Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Alright, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Alright, and salutations and peace and blessings to the elect throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, so this lesson is called, It is a Good Thing That the Heart Be Established with Grace. Alright, and where I'm going with this basically is you got guys, you know, that watch they basically try to mingle everything, all different doctrines, man. You know, you have Israelites in GMS, Israelites in my own camp, man. You know, if you see this video, you know who you are, man. You know, basically, if you're a novice, if you're not a, you know, I'm a novice myself, man. You know, I've only been in the truth for 7 years, but I'm saying if you, brother, that came in, you know, 6 months, a year, and you're watching GMS, but then, you know, you're gonna watch Nate, IUIC or ISUPK or GOCC, you're still not rooted. You know, you're still developing yourself, man. Right? So by you, you know, let's say, you know, you learn about the reincarnation and there's no such thing as hell, and then you watch a GOCC video and then they do a 2-hour video on reincarnation, that's gonna shake your faith. You're gonna say, oh, hold on, they brought out this scripture and that scripture. You know, you're not fully rooted. You know, so the main thing is basically, you know, stop watching these other guys, man. If you're a new brother, man, because it's gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess you up in the head. You know, so this is and this is scriptural. I'm gonna bring it out. This is Hebrews 13, and I'm gonna start at 9. Right. So it says, "Be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines. For it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein." You know, and all those guys that teach about hell and the Virgin Mary and fallen angels and mermaids, man, that stuff doesn't profit them. You know, all that stuff does not profit them. All they're doing is deceiving you, man. That's all they're doing. You know. So we're gonna look up the word strange first on the blue letter, you know. So it says here on blue letter, the word is xenos, right, which means a foreigner or stranger, right, alien, without knowledge of, without a share in, new, unheard of, man. Just like Yeshua, he came out with a doctrine saying hell is up in space, in the heavens, you know, 7th heaven, and you go up there and Satan bends you over, man. That's unheard of, man. That's without the knowledge of, right? New, unheard of, mermaids, man. You know, all kinds of madness. One who receives and entertains another hospitality. Yeah, that was the point basically, you know. And then we're also going to look up the word grace, because it said it is a good thing that the heart, we know heart in Hebrew is lab, which means mind. It is a good thing that the mind be established. You got to be established first. You got to root yourself in the foundations first, man. You know, then you can build off that. You know, you got a guy doing construction, he's doing the concrete forming. You know, you guys are doing the concrete forming, then you got a guy saying, oh, I want to put up some studs. You know, I want to do the electrical panels now. No, man. Everyone's going to look at you. They're going to throw you off the construction site, man. They're going to fire your ass. You know? So, let's look up the word grace. Right? Which is charis. Right? Or charis. Pronunciation. Charis. Which means grace. That which affords joy, pleasure, delight, sweetness. This word is sweet, right? Honey, charm, loveliness, grace of speech. So basically, it's a good thing that the heart be established in grace, meaning these scriptures are sweet. So it's a good thing you are established in that which is sweet, the scriptures, you know, and you know the foundation. So after the foundation, you build off that, and then you become a teacher. You know, it's not good that you learn about something, because you have brothers come up to camp, man, and they're learning, and then they watch a GOCC video, then you got all these bugged out, you know, doctrines coming in their head, and then it's messing them up, man. You're really messing yourself up. Now, when you're on the level, you know, you can look up different videos, and you can debunk them, right? But that's when you built yourself, though. That's when you yourself are built, right? Again, I gotta use the analogy of a construction worker, because I worked in construction. You know, you're an apprentice working under a journeyman. You have 6 months under that guy, then you're gonna go to post an ad on Kijiji saying, yeah, I'm a subcontractor, I can do this and that, and then someone hires you, you know, and you claim you know you have all this knowledge, but all you have is 6 months, man. You know, there's so much to learn in that field, man. You know, and just like in school, let's say, I'm gonna use it again, let's say you go for an apprenticeship, let's say you go for drywall, right? You go for a drywall apprenticeship. You have a thing called, you learn your theories first, which is like your in class, your on paper type thing. Then you actually have on the field, in the field learning, on the job learning, tips and tricks that you can learn from experienced people, right? In martial arts is the same thing. You can read Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do book, and you can think yourself to be a martial artist, but without that actual experience, you have to put those theories to test, man. There's many theories. There's theories, and then you have to prove them, right? You can say, oh yeah, this the 1 point attack theory, you know, the center line theory, you know, all these different theories, but then you go out to fight someone or spar, let's say, and that doesn't work, and you say, what happened? Because you haven't been experienced. You haven't tested it. So same thing with these scriptures, man. There's a thing where, you know, you come home, you learn, you study, you read, then you go on the highways and you actually test it. You actually test yourself, your oratory skills, your reading skills, your comprehensive skills, your debating skills. You know, it all takes experience, man. And a guy like Alizé, Fruit Passion, man, he man, that guy's a joke, man. That guy's a total joke, man. He's only been on the highways for what, 3-4 years, and he hasn't learned just even a quarter of what you need, man. Then he's gonna come up to men that's been in the truth for decades, man, and he's gonna try to compare himself with them. That's what, you know, that's a joker, man. That's a joker. That's an apprentice going up to a journeyman. That's a joker, you know. So let's go to 1 Timothy now. 1 Timothy 4. You know. 1 Timothy chapter 4 and 1. This is a scripture I like, because a lot of brothers, even brothers in my camp, they ask why these guys bugging out. You know, these guys are teaching some craziness. A guy that you might have looked at and held, you know, in high esteem, and he bugged out, and then you might bug out, but you can't bug out, because the scriptures. This is what the scripture says. 1 Timothy 4 and 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, meaning, what's another word for express, man? Like urgently, you know, vehemently, right? That in the latter times, last days which are now, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, right? So we're gonna look up this word seducing. So don't marvel, man. You know, don't marvel. Don't lose your spot. Don't lose your lot. You know, but if you're meant to, like, they'll just push you. You know, you're not of the elect anyway. But don't bug out, man. You know. So the word seducing in the Greek is planos, right? Planos, which means wandering, roving, misleading, leading into error, a vagabond, tramp, impostor, corrupter, deceiver, giving heed to seducing spirits. All these talks about there's a hell, Virgin Mary, no reincarnation, mermaids. It will lead you into error. It's a corrupter, it's a deceiver, it's a misleader, it's an imposter. These are heavy words, man. That's why you think me myself, all the brothers around the four corners of the earth that are in GMS, why do you think we say double honors to the elders of Great Millstone? Because one of the fundamental and one of the most important advice that they gave us, right, is the tool of looking up words, is the skill of looking up words and understanding them and applying them to the scriptures, man. You get a tenfold more of understanding when you look up words, right? So yeah, you got guys that are gonna listen to seducing spirits, man. Hey, let them, man. They're not of the elect, right? Verse 2, it says, speaking lies and hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, that's where you get the word actor from. So they're actors. Having their conscience seared with a hot iron. That's like going back to, what is that, Isaiah 6? When the angel, he sealed these people's minds, man. That's why you got guys that are on every video talking shit, man. Any GMS video, you got comments every day, man, of scoffers. Because you know why? Their mind is seared with a hot iron, man. You know, they're programmed to just mislead people, and this is a big sifting process that's going on right now. Speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidding to marry, and commanding to abstain from meats which the Most High had created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. That's like going into the Roman Catholic Church. You know, if you're a priest, you can't marry. You have to be a eunuch, right? Abstain from meats. On Friday, you got to eat fish. You can't eat any meat, beef, or turkey, or chicken, right? Verse 4, for every creature of the Most High is good, and nothing to be refused, meaning lawful, dietary law, right? If it be received with thanksgiving, for it is sanctified by the word of the Most High in prayer. If thou, see, by the word of the Most High. So people say, oh, you can eat pork then, every creature is good. No, it says sanctified, right? And when you go to John 17 and 7, or 17 and 17, it says sanctified by thy word is truth. And in thy word, in Leviticus 11, what does it tell you? Pork is not good for you, shrimp is not good for you, right? If verse 6, if thou put the brethren in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of Yahushua Mashiach, nourished up in the words of faith and of good doctrine, whereunto thou hast attained. There's a good doctrine. See, so you got guys saying, oh, you got guys saying that there's guys that say they have 100% truth and they have no. There's a good doctrine, then there's a bad doctrine. You know, GMS happens to be the men that the Most High set up to push that good doctrine. All right, verse 7, but refuse profane and old wives' fables. Exercise thyself rather unto godliness. That's a heavy verse, man. I'm going to go into the word refuse, going into brothers, man. You brothers, you got to refuse these things, man. Stop listening to these bug outs, man, because you might get caught up in that and bug out. You know? This is 1 Timothy 4 and 7 for the word refuse. Right? So the word refuse is paritiomi, right? Paritiomi, which means they go off on the first part because they say to ask alongside, beg to have near one. I'm gonna go to B, to beg from, to ask for, supplicate, to avert by entreaty, or seek to avert, to deprecate, to entreat that not, to refuse, decline, to shun, avoid, to avert displeasure by entreaty, to beg pardon, right? Like pardon me, right? To excuse, of one excusing himself for not accepting a wedding invitation to a feast. You know, so basically means to refuse, to decline, to shun, to avoid, man. Avoid. You see a GOCC video, unsubscribe from those guys, man. You're not on the level to debunk them yet, man. You know what level you're on? You're on the level to build yourself up, man. You know, you gotta, it says let every man be persuaded in his own mind. You listen to all these bug outs, man. You listen to General Yahana, he's saying you can do it in the butt. And then you have a twisted reality now, you know, where you think maybe I can do it in the butt. You know, listen to all these bug outs, man. And I'm gonna even go further. I'm gonna look up the word refuse and Adam online because it's a good word. Alright, so mid 14th century, an outcast, a rejected thing, waste material, trash. From Old French rifus, waste product, rubbish, refusal, denial, rejection, a back formation from the past participle of refuser, as an adjective from late 14th century, despised, rejected, right? Early 15th century, of low quality. All these doctrines, man, they're of low quality. You know, when you go into hell and all this crazy madness, man, those are doctrines of low quality. So basically, brothers gotta reject it, man. Avoid it. You know, build yourself up, man. You got guys saying, oh, GMS this and that, they curse, but they're telling the truth. So if they're telling the truth, listen to the men. You know, listen to the learn the truth, man. Learn the doctrine. You might say, oh, this is a cult. This is, hey, they called I think it was Paul. They called him the ringleader, man. That's in the book of Acts, right? All the time the Yahushua, when he came, the Pharisee, they said, oh, what new doctrine does he push? What's this doctrine? So you guys say, no, you guys are listening to GMS, you guys are zombies, their doctrine. No, this is they said the same thing about the disciples in Yahushua, man. This is really Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's doctrine, and he's using GMS to push his doctrine, man. You know. So let's go to the Apocrypha now, right? The book of Sirach, chapter 5. Book of Sirach, chapter 5 and 9. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 9. Right, so it says, winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner that hath a double tongue. So it just told you, winnow not with every wind, man. You know? And don't go into every way, all these ways, man. Or I want to find out the origin of Freemasonry. You know? And I'm going to look up that word, winnow. Winnow basically means to free from the lighter particles of chaff, dirt, etc., especially by throwing it into the air and allowing the wind or forced current of air to blow away impurities, to drive or blow away by fanning, to blow upon, fan, to subject to some process of separating or distinguishing, analyze, critically, sift. You know? So you're trying to analyze, but you're not on the level to analyze. You're trying to go into bubble like Blackfish. That dude's been in the truth for I don't know, I think what, 20 plus years, and he's good in the scriptures. He's a twister of the scriptures, man. Same with Nate. And you're not on the level to debate those guys or try to even analyze their doctrine. So you gotta be rooted in the truth first, man. You know. So it said, winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner that hath a double tongue. Verse 10, be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer, man. Let that life be sincere, man. With what? It is a good thing that the heart be established with grace. The sincere, that life being sincere, is you being in this grace, man, in this truth. Understanding this word, man, the truth. The true doctrine, alright? The good doctrine, alright? I should have titled the video that, but it's alright, you know. But I'm gonna go to Sirach 4 now, chapter earlier, chapter 4, verse 17, and it says, for this time of wisdom, for at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust the soul and try him by her laws. So this is the truth. You're gonna be tormented. It's gonna be walked by crooked ways. You know, what is that? What is an example of that? Oh, the rape thing. A guy might come in, and he might be shaky about the rape thing, and that's gonna test him. And if he's really a man of the Lord, he's gonna know it, man. He's gonna understand it. Then the truth is, then what does it say, verse 18? Then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and show him her secrets. Then you're gonna know the truth. There's gates to this thing, man. There's passings. You know, there's grades, so to speak, spiritual grades, man. That you gotta pass. The rape thing is a big one, man. Guys get emotional over that, but all you do is you gotta know that really the Spirit's gotta be dealing with you, man. Because we can go into the etymology of these words and break down these words, but you guys still won't get it. Because why? Because the Most High's not dealing with you. All right. Verse 19. But if he go wrong, what do we look up all those words for? It said mislead into error. You go into GOC, seeing all these crazy dudes, man. Right? But if he go wrong and will forsake her, and give him over to his own ruin.